Well, here we are, day one, making my first course. I feel like imposter syndrome. What do I know about this? I've got this little halo light right here in front of me, if you can see that. I've got a microphone here. This is all new stuff to me and out of my expertise. So anything new you do, there's a learning curve. I call it embracing the suck. So you guys, when you get frustrated with doing things, and you have hurdles to jump over, remember your competition and the other people, that's when they quit. This program, my wife and I are building, her name's Marcella. She's actually out on a location right now. She speaks Spanish. And if anyone needs this translated into Spanish, she's going to go over the same stuff in Spanish. And all you have to do is email us and we'll send you the Spanish part. This first 5-minute video is going to have nothing to do with the food truck business. If you're going to follow my course and how I did it, you're going to have to understand that I spent some money on coaching. I'm also, I don't know, about 3 courses away from a master's degree in counseling. I'm going to be a licensed counselor, but that is going to be for business owners, and you'll see how as we go. But the very first thing I do is I make sure I keep a journal with me all the time. I also have a subscription to it's $100 a month where I put tasks and things in my phone, and it allows me to organize it. But let's run through my morning real quick. Very first thing I do in the morning is I move my body, and my journal is always right there next to me. If something pops up in the mornings when I'm creative, that's when I do it. Now, I do work swing shift, so my mornings sometimes are in the afternoon. Then I go into a prayer. If you would have tried to invoke Jesus or anything on me a couple of years ago, I would have pushed it away. But now every decision me and my wife both make, I hope you don't hold it against us. If you do, you do. It's you. But we reach out to God and try to get guidance on everything. So I have a prayer in the morning, and then after that, I have a nature of my thoughts, and I'll write down those thoughts. Those can be anything. This is a very private journal, very private deal. Like I said, I'll do almost all of mine on the app, and I do some of it in writing when I'm driving around or moving around. But no matter what it is, if I'm mad at my wife and I'm thinking she's a whatever today, then I write it down and I just jot all those down, and I'll come back to them in a little bit on something called a reframe. The next thing I do is I do some gratitude. I think about everything I'm appreciative for. I'm just setting my mind up for the day. And then I send out some appreciation texts. I tell my wife every morning that I love her, that she's amazing. I send one out to my children. I send one out to random people. This also transcends if I'm in the coffee shop or something and I pass by somewhere and I see somebody and I want to say something nice to them, I do that, man. That's just doing something nice for your community or anybody. Reframe, I could teach a whole session on reframe. A reframe is something that's bothering you or a trigger. And I want you to reach out to me if you want a training on that. That's an individual training itself. And I probably have $10,000 in training on that one item alone. And it has changed my life. Basically, you have something that's bothering you, something that's triggering you. You look at the total opposite side of it. You look at what you contributed to it, and you look at what you want. Basically, let's just say you're going to work and you end up in a road rage. Somebody cuts you off. Well, that stupid SOB doesn't know how to drive out there, but flip side, okay, the other side of it, maybe he's got an emergency he's got to get to. On the right side, what did I contribute to it? Well, I was TikToking while I was driving, and I probably did hold them up. And on the other side, what is it that I truly want out of this? Man, I just want to get to work. I don't want to be having my heart rate up. I don't want to carry this over to where I get to work and say over the water cooler going, damn, man, I'm pissed off. So that's what a reframe is in 2 seconds, okay? Then I go into a meditation. Now, meditation that I use is an app called Headspace. And Headspace allows me to learn what meditation is, all right? And the most important thing about meditation is noting something that's going on in my head that doesn't serve me, and try to push that off and get back to focusing on what's right here in front of me. Well, we only have 20 seconds left. I have to do these videos in 5-minute increments, and please be patient with me. This is my first draft of the course we do. It's only $49, but I promise you that you're going to get more value out of this $49 than you can imagine.